आपसी संपर्क भी तेजी से बढ़ रहे हैं और नए क्षेत्रों में फैल रहे हैं। हम वियतनाम के साथ अपने संबंधों को एक लॉन्ग टर्म और स्ट्रेटेजिक व्यू से देखते हैं। इंडो पैसिफिक रीजन में पीस, स्टेबिलिटी एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी हमारे साझा उद्देश्य हैं। इस क्षेत्र में स्थिरता और शांति कायम रखने के लिए हमारी साझेदारी महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दे सकती है। आज के वर्चुअल समिट में हम अपनी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप के अंतर्गत चल रहे सहयोग के विभिन्न पहलुओं का आकलन करेंगे। साथ ही रीजनल और मल्टीलेटरल स्तर पर भी हमारे आपसी सहयोग के विषय में चर्चा करने का यह अच्छा मौका है। वैश्विक स्तर पर कई चुनौतियों के बारे में और हमारे क्षेत्र के भविष्य के बारे में हमारे विचारों में समानता है और हम साथ मिलकर अपने साझा मूल्यों को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। अगले साल हम दोनों संयुक्त राष्ट्र की सुरक्षा परिषद में एक साथ सदस्य होंगे और इसलिए वैश्विक मंच पर हमारे सहयोग का महत्व भी और भी बढ़ जाता है। ये प्रसन्नता की बात है कि आज हम एक जॉइंट विजन डॉक्यूमेंट और 2021 से 2023 तक के हमारे बायलैटरल एंगेजमेंट के लिए एक प्लान ऑफ एक्शन को जारी कर रहे हैं। इस जॉइंट विजन फॉर पीस, प्रॉस्पेरिटी एंड पीपल में विश्व को हमारे संबंधों की गहराई का एक मजबूत संदेश जाएगा। हमारी वार्ता के साथ साथ दोनों देशों के बीच 7 महत्वपूर्ण समझौते भी साइन हुए हैं। इनमें रक्षा, वैज्ञानिक रिसर्च, परमाणु ऊर्जा, पेट्रोकेमिकल्स, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी तथा कैंसर के इलाज जैसे विविध विषय शामिल हैं। हम अपने विकास सहयोग और सांस्कृतिक संरक्षण के क्षेत्र में भी नई पहल ले रहे हैं। ये सभी हमारे बढ़ते आपसी सहयोग के विस्तार और पोटेंशियल को दर्शाता है। एक्सेलेंसी, मैं फिर एक बार इस वर्चुअल समिट में आपका स्वागत करता हूं और मैं अब आपको ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स के लिए आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा।
Your Excellency, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, my dearest friend. I, my colleagues, the government and people of Vietnam have great pleasure to follow the second summit that we have in 2020. And our last telephone conversation was on 13th of April, where we discussed extensively. It was such a pity that I was not able to host you in Vietnam for the EAS and the ASEAN-India Summit in November. I really hope that the pandemic would soon be contained so that I can meet with you again in person. And I have to say that you had very important remarks about promoting the relations between India and ASEAN partners during the 37th ASEAN Summit. I recall in 2016 when you and I together announced the upgrade of bilateral relations to comprehensive strategic partnership, which further deepened our excellent traditional friendship and the long-standing historical, cultural, and religious links between our two nations. It also bolstered our mutual understanding and trust and helped us better understand and share each other's vision and interests on international issues. In that connection, I agree with the many points that you have made in your opening remarks. I thank you for your kind remarks about the relations between Vietnam and India, and also the kind remarks about Vietnam. I thank you very much for the kind sympathy and assistance to Vietnam to recover from the devastating floods in central provinces of Vietnam. I'm very happy that we have this virtual summit, which underlines the commitments of both countries to further deepening the bilateral relations, to overcoming the challenges from COVID-19 and navigating the complex developments in the regional and global landscape. I do agree with the points that you have made, including the need to promote our cooperation at bilateral and multilateral framework, including the signing of the 7 important agreements that you mentioned earlier. I just talked to the Defense Minister of Vietnam, and we'll be announcing the conclusion on the agreement of defense cooperation. And from the Vietnamese side, we agreed with the proposals for credit line cooperation in defense. And I think it's the number 8 agreement this year. So in that spirit, I'm very happy to join you, Your Excellency, after the talks in issuing the vision statement on peace, prosperity, and people that would guide our relations moving forward. On behalf of the Vietnamese government and people, I wish to sincerely thank the Indian government and people for the kind sympathy and assistance to Vietnam. And I pledge that I will be working closely with Your Excellency in fostering the relations between the two countries, both when we are in need. Allow me to introduce the members of my team. I'm joined by General Nguyen Xuan Phuc, the Defense Minister, the Vice Minister of Public Security, Vice Minister of Industry and Trade, the Minister Chairman of the Office of the Prime Minister, the Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, and senior officials from various ministries and agencies. And I'm confident that we'll be having a very productive virtual summit based on mutual understanding. So allow me to begin
You are watching the opening remarks by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Vietnamese Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc ahead of the India-Vietnam Virtual Summit. Prime Minister in his address spoke about the significance of Vietnam as a partner, whether we talk about India's Act East policy or the policy on the Indo-Pacific region that India has been working towards. Prime Minister said one of the highlights of the summit would be a vision document that both the sides have been working towards to sort of determine the direction that the relationships will take from 2021 to 2023. This vision document will be covering different aspects of relations. Peace, prosperity and people are going to be the focus, and Prime Minister also spoke about particular development partnership that India and Vietnam engage in. In his opening remarks, on the other hand, Vietnamese Prime Minister spoke about the significance of upgradation of the relations between the two countries into comprehensive strategic partnership and the manner in which it has opened up various sectors of cooperation. And he, in his opening remarks, particularly emphasized on the potential of the defense cooperation between the two countries. So that was India-Vietnam virtual summit that is just beginning, and those were the opening remarks by the leaders. Moving on to some other stories now. In Assam, 63 cadre belonging to 4 rebel outfits formally laid down arms in a ceremony in Guwahati at Srimanta Sankaradev Kalakshetra. The cadre belonged to 4 rebel outfits: United Liberation Front of Ahom Independent, People's Democratic Council of Karbi Longri, the Masa National Liberation Army and United People's Liberation Front. The arms laying ceremony was presided over by Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal.
Longri, SS Commander-in-Chief in charge, Lakhon Teron, Ulfe on Teron. Lakhon Teron, Ulfe on Teron. DNLA, অর্থাৎ Dima National Liberation Army, SS Publicity Secretary, Hadisa Ulfe Ripens Garlosa. Hadisa Ulfe Ripens Garlosa. SS Second Lieutenant Garang Gadao Ulfe Ronil Jigdong. Garang Gadao. SS Second Lieutenant Olot Nunisa Ulfe White High. UPRF অর্থাৎ United People's Revolutionary Front SS General Secretary Lalmingthang Guite Ulfe Frankie. SS Defense Secretary Sinkham Seng Guite Ulfe Jobi. SS Sergeant Kelvin Guite.
We can see those visuals, important visuals of the arms laying down ceremony, surrender of the 63 cadre belonging to 4 rebel outfits. Help us understand the importance of it, and also how did this day come about, the efforts of the administration that led to the surrender. Those visuals coming in live from Guwahati in Assam, and 63 cadres belonging to 4 rebel outfits formally laying down their arms in a ceremony in Guwahati. My colleague Mridusmita is joining us from Guwahati. Mridusmita, if you can hear me, help us understand the significance of these visuals, the efforts of the administration that made this day a reality. Second big surrender of the year. Mridusmita, if you can hear me, tell us more about these visuals that we can see. An important laying down of arms by 63 cadre belonging to 4 various rebel outfits of the Northeast. How significant is this day, and how did it come about, the efforts of the administration? I hope you can hear me, Mridusmita.
Yes, of course, I can hear you.
Yes.
Since 63 cadres of the 4 different outfits of Assam have laid down their arms today, and the formal ceremony is going on here. And I would also like to quote here, tell the total of 18 numbers of Alpha independent group. They have laid down their arms, and especially the main people of the outfit, one is SS Brigadier Drishti Rajkhwa, who was of Alpha Independent. He has also laid down his arms. Then Western Commandant of Alpha Independent, SS Lieutenant Colonel Montu Saikia, who was also one of the very prominent leaders of the Alpha Independent group. He has also laid down his arms.
Mridusmita, if I can stop you for a moment, I think Chief Minister of Assam is going to make a statement. If for a moment I could stop you.
Okay.
And those visuals coming in live from Assam, from Guwahati. Important day, 63 cadre belonging to 4 rebel outfits formally laying down their arms. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal was presiding over the program. This is the second big surrender of the extremists in the Northeast. In this edition, 63 cadres belonging to the 4 rebel outfits formally laying down their arms. We'll be getting more updates on that story. The cadre, meanwhile, belong to 4 rebel